Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Yueni again from Chayatsuji Kimono. Today I'll be showing you how to tie the Kouken style Musubi. Now this is probably, well, it's not the easiest, but it's one of the more easier Furisode Musubi to do on your own. I do recommend if you have someone else to tie for you and that other person is capable of doing so, please do it, because it will make the end result look better, as you don't have to tie, well, you have to turn it around, so to speak, and the whole knot will stay in place much better than if you do it on your own. So this style of knot is actually worn by apprentice Geisha in Tokyo. So if you fancy doing like a cosplay or whatever around that theme, you can actually use it. I mean, this is how I actually learned it, from a video that they were tying on themselves. So it's an option. If you want it, you can do it. If you don't, that's fine too. Now for this tutorial, what you will need is, of course, a fukurobi. I do recommend like a full pattern one. There's two different types of fukurobi. One that has like a blank section near the near one end, and one that has, like, at least the front part, that is fully patterned, that doesn't have a blank version. If you have one of those which is fully patterned, like it's called Zensu fukurobi, I think, I highly recommend using that one, because it gives a little bit more freedom when it comes to tying the actual knot, like Furisode Musubi in general. So you'll be needing one of those. Of course, an obiyake, an obijimi, whatever you want. I do recommend for obiyake that is a shibui one. It's more because of a formality thing, but they look a little bit better in my opinion too. Fukurobi, obiyake, obijimi, obi-ita, one or two, depending on what you want to do. You can actually use an obi clip. I'll be showing you in the tutorial what I mean by that. And a koshihimo, one or two. I used one, but you can also use two if you want to. So yeah, with no further ado, let's go. Okay, simply start out by folding the obi in half as usual, and then pop one side over your shoulder and you wrap around twice. Now if your sleeves do get away, just fold them over your arms. That's the easiest way to keep them out of the way. Just want to tighten. Now you have a choice with this one. Either you just tie a knot as you would with any other fukurobi, or you can use an obi clip. With this obi knot, the clip won't be visible, so that way I can actually use my trusted clip. So after you've done that, you wanna just spread out the obi to the full width, and then you wanna fold them like underneath. So 1/3 and 1/3. So in the end, it looks like that. So show you up close. So I have this part whole folded, and I want to put it on top. So with obimaka, you just put it underneath, and then either on top of the knot you made or the obi clip. And then you tie a knot. Make sure that the knot that you make with the ties of the obimaka is really tight. So the looser it is, the more likely it is that it will fall down and That's not quite what you want. This is why usually these kind of musubi are done by someone else, because that way they can make sure that everything stays in place regardless of what happens. So this part, we'll leave it hanging just for now, but first I want to pull up the end of the obi and just make sure that the inside is facing away from you, because this part we're going to fold in. What you want to do is like measure out a little bit. I recommend the width of the obi, and then, as you can see, I fold here. You're going to fold the side that is like facing away from you, fold it inward like a triangle basically. See, oh, there we go. So as you can see, it's like a triangle now. And this part will face, will be sitting just on one side. Just making sure that it's slightly diagonal. And this, just gonna fab your koshihimo and just tie it off like, temporarily. Just making sure that it stays in place. Okay. Now that we have this part in place here, I'm going to fold up the tesaki and just kind of measure it out where we want it to sit. And what I do now is just fold up all of the excess fabric just underneath, as much as you can, that is. You kind of want to make it also as neat as you can, which is kind of tricky, especially because that triangle part here. But just do your best for as much as you can. Slowly pulling it outwards. Yeah. I just put my hands inside here, on top of that part, because I want to move the koshihimo and put it inside again. Because before we want to tie the obijime, I just want to move the whole part to the back where it's supposed to be. Okay, before we forget. Shoot. My obi-ita just fell down. I want to put on the obi-makura, so just put it right through, then you can put it in place. And make sure that the wings on either side are not covered by the obi. Okay. I leave them hanging for now because first I want to move them to the back. So, my sleeve over. Hold everything. Yeah. I like to retie my obimakura strings, just to make sure that it stays in place. Again, I'll just leave these for now. First I want to put in the obita, as we need to tie the obitime too. I'm sorry if I seem a little bit of in a rush, but otherwise the video is going to be really long, and that's the last thing that I want. Okay, obita is in place. I'm gonna grab the obijime and, if you can, put it right on top of the koshihimo. That way you'll be sure that it stays right in place. And then you can simply tie it. Just chose a kind of a simple looking obijime for the sake of this video. Then remove the koshihimo. Just put it to the side. And then lastly, tie the obiyage. Just in any way that you like. Whatever you fancy at this particular moment. So here we go. I've finished. Let's see in the back how it looks like. I hope it still looks good enough. So that is pretty much how you tie a Kouken Musubi. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next time. Bye everyone.